Hey guys, this is Hbkgrand from the Dark Shinobis. I'm making a video about my Kavet's build. A lot of people in the streams were asking what type of Kavet that I'm using and what type of build I should be having on the Kavet. So I'm basically using a Smeeta Kavet with a 7 Forma build. Now the reason behind it is I will explain as we're going along explaining the mods and whatnot in the build. So that will help you guys understand. So moving on with that, I will share where the mods you can get. Basically all of them are really accessible in the game and easy to get, and they're really cheap as well. So like all of these mods are like anywhere between 10 to 30 platinum. So that's the entirety of it. So the drop rate is different for like some mods, so I will explain as we're making the build. So we're gonna start off with Animal Instinct. The Animal Instinct you can get from like alerts or from free people for like anywhere from like 10 to 15 platinum tops. The idea behind putting this on here is it will provide you loot radar and give you like enemy radar on the map as well. So like you could see where the enemies are, you could see where the loot is. Then we have the link health. It gives you 150% of health link with your Warframe. So whatever your health is, it kind of like amplifies the health of the Kavet as well. So as you could see over there, it's like a 1410 health. You can get this from like Sabotage Mission on Earth, and you can also get it from like Kuva Drax or like killing the Drax or the Kubros as well. So it can drop from any of them. Loyal Companion like gives you plus 90% bleed out link, so that can actually help you out in basically when the Kavet is being bleeding out. And for example, if you're doing the Eidolon hunt or the capture, that's where like I usually use my Smeeta Kavet. It actually gives it a lot more time to do the bleed out, so it doesn't die like in 10 seconds. So you have like a lot of like a minute or 2 minutes depending on what rank that you put it up on. So it kind of helps you out in that direction. You can also get this from the same place where you can get the link health, like the sabotage missions on Earth, or you can buy this from people for like 10 to 15 platinum tops. Link armor, same thing. It links your Warframe's armor with your Kavet, and this gives you like 110% armor link, so it increases the armor of the Kavet as well. So obviously we're looking for the survivability of the Kavet as well. This you can also get from the Sabotage Mission on Earth, or by killing the Drax or the Ferals or the Kuva Drax or the Kubros as well. Now, Bite is a really strong mod to have. This has a really low drop chance, but you could still get it from the same spot in the Sabotage Mission on Earth, killing the Drax, Kubros and whatnot. But this is why this is important. At max rank, this one provides 330% critical chance and 220% critical damage. As you could see on the left side on the capacity section, it is giving me about 86% critical chance with a 6.4 critical multiplier. So it's kind of like a big deal having this, and this one actually amplifies with the mod Charm, which I will explain once we get to that point. Now the next one is Mischief. It allows like your Smeeta Kavet to become invisible for 9 seconds, and then the Kavet draws fire. Decoy has a 15% chance to evade the damage. So basically what it does is the Kavat goes into like this invisibility mode, then runs to another spot, and then like kind of like tries to like stagger the enemy and like make them confused like who to attack. Kind of like Loki's ability, like where you put the decoy in and then you attack. So it's kind of like the same thing. Whereas Maul is melee damage 330%. Again, it really amplifies the Kavet, so you kind of get like a lot of damage there for that. And you can also get this from the Sabotage Mission on Earth by killing the Drax or the Kuva Drax or whatnot. So it's easy to get as well. The drops are a little bit up and down, but if you farm it a lot, like grind it for a little while, you should be able to get it. Then we have the link shields, same thing, links your Warframe shield with your Kavet, and this gives about 100% shield link, so thus creating it more survivable, especially against the Corpus, obviously. This, again, you can get the same thing from the Sabotage Mission on Earth by killing the Drax and whatnot. Then we have the Medopad Kit. This is like plus 6% per second, plus 6 per second health regen and then plus 72% bleed out reduction. This you can get from the index missions, which are on Neptune. So but the market price for this is like same 10 to 30 platinum between there, so it's not that expensive. So it is a really important one to have as well, as your Kavat will constantly be regenerating health every second as well. Then we have Charm. Smeeta Kavat has a 28% chance every 27 seconds to bestow its owner with good fortune. So this can help you in resource farming. So for example, if you're going resource farming with Hydroid, you take along Charm. So it will increase your fortune for 20 by 28%. So thus, like if you're using it Hydroid, if you're using Pilfering Storm with him, you get like 100% chance of getting a rare drop. Adding this, that's 128% right there. But this is just so because like you could go and do it with like the Eidolon and whatnot, or when you're fishing or doing some like resourcing, like looking for what you might call it, like the syndicate items or the sculptures or something like that, or like a rare drop that you're looking for. For example, if you want to go look for Bite, I would suggest having Charm with you. You will lose picking up the resources, though those resources you will have to pick on your own, but like farming for like rare drops, like Charm can help people out. So this is where like I could link that with that. So this is basically pretty much it for the gist of it. So if you do not know where to get the Smeeta Kavats, they actually I'm going to show you guys over here when we come over here. Now for this one, you need to collect 10 genetic codes for the Kavat in order to make a Kavat. Then you need a incubator power core. Then you need to ensure you have an open slot, and then you need to be ensured that you do not have any active pets. So all the pets that are there, you gotta put them in the stasis, any pet that is active, so to get that. So how to get the genetic codes? There are two methods at the moment currently in the game: Oric and Derelict keys. So you can buy these keys, they're reusable, and once you have built them, you can actually go to the navigation, and over here in the navigation you can go into the Derelict. In any of these missions, the Kavats will spawn. So you'll need like a codec scanner or a synthesis scanner, whichever one you have, to scan them, and there's a chance. So out of like there's like a chance of getting one genetic code per mission or none at all. So like you will in order to do this, you probably need to do like anywhere from 10 to 15 missions in order to get a Kavat genetic code, and which kind of like gets a little bit tough. The other way to do it is I'll show you guys on Earth. So if you go to the relay, when you're at the relay, you're gonna fast travel, go to Cephalon Cimeris. Now he's a syndicate. So over here on the right side, you'll see that he's offering something. So what you're looking for is these three widgets right here. These are the three most important things you need to have when you want to scan stuff. Because the cross matrix widget, it gives you like the chance for each scan with the syndicate scanners to count as 2 scans. So you could actually get, while you're scanning one Kavat, you could actually end up getting 2 Kavats. Whereas the soul battery widget gives you an unlimited amount of synthesis scanner, so you never need it. And the vector thread widget reduces the time required to scan a target with the synthesis scanner, so you can scan them pretty fast. So that is like really important, like especially the cross matrix, because you could actually end up getting 2, which will reduce the time, the amount of time you have to do a mission. And lastly, basically, you need the Sands of Inaros quest. So how I tell people to do this, I have said it over and over again in the streams as well. What you do is you find 4 people who have not done this quest, and the second mission spawns about 40 plus Kavats, and you can stand on a pillar to scan all of them. So what you can do is like, and basically how that happens is that you gotta stay a mission ahead of everybody else. So for the first mission that you do, you take 3 people in with you and scan about all the Kavats basically for your mission. Then you come out, and then the second person takes everybody else to their second mission. Then the third person takes everybody to their second mission, and then the fourth person takes everybody to the second mission. And each time you do this, you can end up per mission about 10 to 12 or even 50 up to 15 Kavat genetic codes, making it far more easier and the fastest way to get the genetic codes. But keep in mind, if you complete the quest, you will not have access to the Sands of Enoros quest anymore, so you will not be able to go into that mission. So once the quest has been completed, keep in mind that you will not get those Kavats, or you cannot get into anybody's missions to scan those Kavats. Otherwise it would have been really easy. So make sure that when you guys are doing this quest, like, you could even stall or take a little bit time finishing the quest so like you can find other people that are scanning the Kavats, because like sometimes there's only like 2 people, so you can tag along with them and then scan those Kavats. So you can get a lot of Kavat codes doing that way, and then you can just come over here and basically do the Kavat breeding and make it, and you can end up getting that. Now I hope this video and the build helps you guys out a lot, like, since you guys were asking for it. If there are any questions, you can leave it in the comment sections below. Just last thing that I'm gonna add before I leave is that, like, the hunter set, like, a lot of people might say like, hey, why are you not using the hunter set in there? The reason behind that is that we are unaware of the Korra Warframe coming in, because she comes with a Kavat. So their hunter mods are actually, the purpose behind was to actually build for her. So now the system is being changing and we don't know what's going on. So first, now we're not going to use those hunter mods on the companion. So once that is out, I will try to make another build for her and I'll share it with you guys. So this is Hbkgrand. I'm signing out, so I hope you guys like this. Make sure to subscribe and like. Thank you guys. Have a great day.